Alright, time to see what comic books we got this week. First up is Clone number 16. I've been enjoying this book. It started out in the early issues a little bit like an action movie, but it's gotten more interesting than that in these later issues. And that's a pretty interesting cover. Very gray, though, not a lot of color in it. You get an angry woman with cleavage and a big sword. What more can you ask for in a comic book cover? Well, I can actually ask for a lot more, but it'll have to do for now. Clone is a solid book. Try it out sometime. Next, we have Archer and Armstrong number 20. Archer and Armstrong is sort of an adventure comedy book. I have no idea what this cover is supposed to be. We got Archer and Armstrong shouting with big giant teeth. We got some kind of trees and what looks like a church mission. You know what? If I were not buying this book regularly, this cover would not make me pick it up at all because I have no idea what it is. But anyway, it's a decent book from Valiant, so give it a look. And here is Alex and Ada number 6. It's another cover I find disappointing. I'm not really a huge fan of Jonathan Luna's artwork, and this cover can show you why. It's kind of awkwardly drawn. It's got a strange style where the eyes are weird and everything about it is just strangely drawn. It doesn't quite appeal to me as drawing, but I like his storytelling and I like his writing. So I generally like his work, except anytime I actually look at something, I mean, this cover I would pass by in a second and not give another look if I didn't know who was doing it and didn't like the book already. Must say I'm being disappointed by a lot of covers again this week. And here comes Revival number 20. This cover makes me giggle a little. I mean, we have Jesus and a woman jumping for joy up in the sky. I mean, once again, I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be, but being that it's named Revival and is about a bunch of people who died and then came back to life and now can't die, the woman on the cover being one of them, I can understand the Jesus motif. Oh, he's even got the nails in his wrists too, I guess, too, in case and a crown of thorns, in case the whole robe and sandals and long hair European Jesus thing didn't give it away. But overall, this has been a book I've enjoyed a whole lot. What's it called there? Rural noir, and I guess that would describe it. It's a horror book in a rural setting, and finally a cover I like. This one's just well drawn, well colored, a lot of fun with an intriguing premise. Give Revival a look. And here we go with Dead Body Road number 5. This one actually I was supposed to get 2 weeks ago, but for some reason my comic shop, they shorted them on it, and when they say they short them, that means they never sent any copies of it to them. So it took an extra 2 weeks for me to get this. I kind of like all of these. I've liked all of these Dead Body Road covers. They're all feature a giant logo with a low horizon line, and here we have motorcycle riders featured on this one. I think it's a nice drawing of the motorcycle riders. The colors are good. I like the magenta with the blue cover. I think it was the cover that got me to pick up the first issue of this one, and the cover would have gotten me to pick up the 5th issue of this one too. I think they're just they're doing what a comic book cover should do and make me interested in it. So there's only one more issue left of this. It's a 6-issue mini. You could probably pick up a trade of it afterwards, but it's a good story about a cop out for revenge on the criminals who killed his girlfriend. If you like that sort of thing, give this one a read. And here comes Fatale, number 22. I always find it strange just saying Fatale, but I guess it's short for Femme Fatale. But here we have some sort of Cthulhu monster lighting a cigar. There's lots of sort of Lovecraftian Cthulhu mythos in this one, with monsters and people from other worlds and old gods doing bad things to people. But it's mostly a street level story about the people who are kind of caught up in having the bad things done to them, and this one woman who seems to attract it all. But I'm a big fan of just about all of Brubaker and Phillips' work, and this one has been no different. An excellent story. This is up there probably in my top 5 comics that I collect right now. Mind Management would be another one. I can't think of the rest off the top of my head, but this one would be up there definitely. And a nice cover. I like those monster eyes. All the covers have this white border, and I think they all have the white type on them too. They're, very black and white, noir-ish, but there's actually some color in them. An excellent cover. This one would make me pick it up too. So give this one a read if you're looking for something good. And of course, there's nothing like a little T and A on a comic book cover. In this case, just an A. This is Satellite Sam, issue 8 by Matt Fraction and Howard Chaykin. And I just started reading Howard Chaykin's work again with The Black Kiss #2. I think the last time I read Howard Chaykin's work was in the 80s with, what did he do? The Shadow for DC. Then I just kind of grew tired of it, and for 2 decades didn't bother to read anything by Howard Chaykin until recently, when I was like, you know what, I should read some Howard Chaykin again. And I enjoyed The Black Kiss, and I'm enjoying Satellite Sam. The first few issues were a little dense with Satellite Sam, and I was confused with it. But I think the story has really come together recently, and maybe I've learned who all the characters are. But either way, it's a good, solid Howard Chaykin drawn comic with some nice Matt Fraction writing. And if you like underwear covers, this must be the one for you. And finally, the #1 issue I took to try out this week was Nailbiter, #1. I think I read a preview of this in some comic. It was okay, the preview, but I figured I'd give the first issue a try. Why the heck not? The first issue I tried last week, Southern Bastards, was excellent and made it on my pull list. We'll see if this one does. That is a completely gross cover to me. I'm not a big gore guy. I mean, I really don't care one way or the other about gore, but man, this one is really gory, and it's like, ugh, creepy. But at least it caught my attention. I like the little hint of blue in his eye to make him seem, approachable with bright blue eyes. The rest of it is just all gory blood and teeth and biting nails, I guess. Well, I'll let you know if this one makes the pull list or not. So that's my stuff for this week. I will catch you next week. Over and out.